Okay, let's try this inverse function question. It starts off and it tells us that this graph here, f of x here, is equal to the log of x to base b. So y equals the log of x to base b. Now there's another function that they put on here. It's the inverse function. Now the first question says, and they tell us that it passes through 8 and minus 3, the log function. It says describe the transformation. Well, a transformation can be a translation where just something moves somewhere, moves up, it moves down. But there's also this thing called a reflection. And the first thing we learn about inverse functions is they're a reflection about the line y equals x. All inverse functions are a reflection about this red line where y equals x. So that's the answer to the question. What kind of transformation? It's a reflection. Okay, now it says determine the value of b. Well, they give you a point. So all you do is take the point and put it in the function. So y is minus 3. So you rub out the y and put minus 3. X is 8. So you rub out the x and put an 8. And you get a mark if you did that. Now when you go the log of 8 to base b, log functions can be written in an exponential form. They're really exponential functions. But what do you do with a base? There's the base of the exponent. The log is the exponent. So b to the minus 3 equals 8. But hey, 8 is 2 cubed. So 8 is 2 cubed. So what would we put to the negative 3 to make 8? Well, it has to be 2 to the minus 1. Okay, it has to be 2 to the minus 1. 2 to the minus 1, or a half, cubed would equal 8, because you turn it upside down like that. I don't know if they've made it in exactly the easiest way to look at what the base is here. I guess if you see this minus 3, you'd want to make a minus 3 there. The only way you could do it is make this 2 to the minus 1 times 3. Well, 2 to the minus 1 is a half, so b is a half. Okay, now the next question is really pretty easy. I guess if you figured out what b is. Some people didn't, so I guess it makes it harder. But all you do is you go y equals the log of x to base a half. How do you find an inverse? You switch x and y. So instead of x being there, you put the x here and you put the y there. And then you rewrite it. There's the base. There's the exponent, which is the log. And you raise it. It equals y. So 1/2 x to the y. But you just have to remember, this is y equals the log of x to base b. If you wrote y equals b to the x, I think I would give you a mark because you found the inverse. Okay.